Sometimes done to me, my boo, with love and choice, mean to me, bamboo, while we're leaving to make and do well, leaving so well to will till.
Now let's have the first example. We know that if we find the derivative of x to the fifth, the derivative of x to the fifth is simply 5x to the fourth using the power rule. Notice is Now notice the variable that I'm using. Now this is possible because we're finding the derivative in terms of the same variable. Now take a look at this example. Let's find the derivative of y to the fifth in terms of x. If you will notice, the derivative of x is equal to 5 times y to the fourth dy dx. In this example, the derivative of y to the fifth is different from the derivative of the first example that I have. And the reason is because the derivatives in terms of different variables. Now let's have more examples. Now let's find the derivative of 2x to the 7th in terms of m. And for number 1, the answer is pretty simple. It's going to be 14x to the 6th dx over dm. Now for the second example, let's find the derivative of 3y to the 9th equals 1. We're going to use the rule for implicit differentiation for this function. Now here are the steps. Therefore, the derivative of 3y to the 9th equals 1 is equal to 0. Now try to use the implicit differentiation for example number 3. This equation defines y implicitly as a function of x, and you cannot write it as explicit function because it cannot be solved for y. For such problem, you need implicit differentiation. Also note that in many textbooks, the symbol dy over dx is used instead of y prime. So what's the difference between y prime and dy dx, or dy over dx? Take note that in many textbooks, the symbol dy over dx is used instead of y prime. You may find y prime to be easier and less cumbersome to work with, but dy over dx does have the advantage of reminding you that you're finding the derivative of y with respect to x. Either way is fine. If your answer is correct, your answer should be dy over dx is equal to 14x minus 2 all over 12y cubed.